Imagine there was a way you could get an extra 20% off already incredible prices at Kildare Village. Well, there is. Just sign up to Privilege, our rewards program, and you'll be invited to our exclusive private sale, where you can enjoy an additional 20% off at participating Kildare Village brands between 29th of March and April 7th. T's and C's apply. Sign up at kildarevillage.com and find something extraordinary every day.
And so I would send that to them, and they would apologize or they would say something nasty back. But I probably got 15 death threats on my Twitter account after that incident. So, yeah, there's a fun story for you.
Like, your handle is very clearly not Chris Coughlin.
Not Chris Coughlin.
Well, maybe in Korean that translates to definitely the real Chris Coughlin.
Right.
Oh
yeah, that's fun memories. Fun memories.
You've angered the Korean Peninsula. Holy cow!
I have.
The Donut Bag is brought to you by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the smart way to buy and resell tickets. It takes confusion out of buying tickets. They put a 0 to 10 score on each ticket to let you know if you're getting a good or bad deal. Use promo code DonutBag to get $20 off your first purchase. Go to SeatGeek.com or get the SeatGeek app. SeatGeek, life's an event. We have the tickets. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Donut Bag, part of the Pod Hub Network. In this episode, I begin a series of previewing the teams in the NL Central. In this episode, I preview the Cubs with Josh and Travis from the Grand Slam podcast. The Donut Bag starts right now. Okay, now to start our season previews of teams in the NL Central. We start with the Cubs, and I talk to Travis and Josh from Grand Slam podcast. Guys, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
Doing all right. It's getting a little warmer here in Pittsburgh, so hopefully getting excited for baseball season.
Yeah, it was
ready.
70 here today. It was beautiful. Love it.
Where are you at?
I'm in Wichita, Kansas.
Must be
It's been
nice.
raining the last couple of days, but yeah, today it was like 65 or 70 and sunny. It was great.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's been pouring rain here the past few days in Arkansas, but it'll probably end up snowing in a few days. Snowing all
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. So the Cubs, I gotta tell you, I am so puzzled by this team. I don't understand it. When they won the World Series with all that young talent, I thought, holy crap, this is a dynasty. They're going to be good forever. And when I read about them, it's all negative. Like nothing good is happening with this team. It's either some scandal or they don't have money or
I mean, it wouldn't be the Cubs if like everything was just smooth sailing. That's just not how the Cubs work ever.
Yeah.
But
very
yeah, it's
true.
been a real show.
I don't understand how. So they don't have money. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what
what
the
they're saying.
mainstream media says, but I don't believe that one bit. That's in my opinion. I think the Cubs do have money, but what do you think about that, Travis? Because we haven't even really talked about that with each other.
Yeah, the word on the street is just that they're trying to stay under the luxury tax and save up because they're going to have to sign all these young guys that are, you got Javi Baez and Chris Bryant and Kyle Hendricks and Anthony Rizzo that are all going to be coming up for contracts pretty soon. Wilson Contreras. And like the word on the street is that they're going to save money for that. I actually have a bit of a take that last summer it was reported that the Ricketts were looking into buying a European soccer team. They were looking at like AC Milan and someone else, and they had decided not to. And then this past weekend, Tom Ricketts was seen with the Chelsea Football Club owner at the game. And so there's like rumors swirling that maybe they're going to try to buy them. And if that's the case, I just wonder if this offseason was them saving money for that, which would not make me very happy at all.
Yeah, really.
But,
that would be terrible.
Yeah.
Isn't there a TV deal coming next year? The Cubs are doing their own network or something like that?
huge TV deal with Sinclair that got inked a couple weeks ago, and they still don't have any money apparently. Whenever they desperately need a closer,
Yeah.
and the Ricketts are worth how much money?
Oh,
$800 million or something like that. It's,
it's insane.
Oh,
So yeah, I think they have money. But
yeah, I just would have never dreamed a Chicago team would be, crying poor or something like that.
Exactly.
And then why do they not want to extend Joe Maddon's contract?
Oh, okay. So
I think we differ on opinions on this one. I feel like, John. I'll let you go first on this one.
Yeah. So since even in 2016. Madden, the Cubs won the World Series, broke this curse or whatever. I haven't been a huge fan of Joe Madden myself. I don't think that he is the best manager. What he does with the bullpen sometimes, oh man, I get super pissed off. Yeah, I don't think he's the best in-game manager that's out there. I mean, I love the way he acts off the field. I love his personality, but I'm not a huge fan of him. And after last season, not even getting to the second round, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of him. And so I think if the Cubs, there's been some projections that the Cubs will not make the playoffs this year. They'll finish third in the Central, blah, blah, blah. So even worse than third in the Central from some sides.
From Dakota.
If that doesn't happen, Joe Madden needs to be fired. If we do not make the playoffs this year, he needs to be gone, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So that's why I think they haven't extended them.
Yeah, and there's a part of me that loves Joe Madden. I mean, how could you not, considering he led the team to the first World Series in 108 years? But like you said, he's not a great bullpen manager. He always seems to make the wrong decisions. Sometimes he gets too cute with his lineups, and he tries to play matchups too much, and it can throw guys out of a rhythm. Guys don't get regular playing time all the time, and there's just
like Albert Almora last year.
Yeah, Almora got kind of shafted for part of the year, and he was hot to start off the year, and then his playing time kind of got divvied up a little too much due to matchup considerations, and then he just fell off a cliff, and I think it's because he wasn't playing every day. Like you said, I think if the Cubs miss the playoffs, he's just not getting a contract. But on the other hand, like, what's better out there?
That's also true.
Some people say Joe Girardi. He's not any better. He's known for bullpen gaffes. Like, it's basically Joe Madden 2.0, except for maybe more of a like David Ross is an option that has been kind of kicked around, and
I like David Rossi, but I don't know how he.
Yeah, but bringing in a rookie, bringing in a rookie manager is always dicey. It's going to go one way or the other.
Yeah,
and I don't know if you do that with a veteran team, with an established team. But
yeah, it seems like with Madden, he always wants to show how smart he is.
Yeah, he does that a little too much.
We hate him in Pittsburgh. He's
I don't blame you.
There was I a couple years ago there I forget who it was. It was one of the Cubs going sliding into second, and Jung Ho Kong.
Chris Coughlin, man.
It was
Josh of all time. My
Josh's favorite player
of all time.
And if you don't listen to our podcast, you don't know that I hate Chris Coughlin.
I love him.
He's Josh's favorite player, so this is an ongoing argument that we have.
Like, literally my favorite Cubs player ever.
We hate him in Pittsburgh. We feel like he took out Kong and like took out his knee and he was hurt the rest of the year. And then when they asked Madden about it, he said something about maybe he just has plantar fasciitis or some stupid thing like that. So anytime you bring up Madden,
well, and on top of he does say stupid stuff like that. And he's also handled the Addison Russell situation very poorly. Mm-hmm. Every time he opens his mouth about Addison Russell, I scream at my phone to shut the hell up, because he just makes every situation worse when he's talking about it.
Yep. And I have a quick thing about Coughlin real quick. So,
of course you do.
So, I have a Twitter account that's called Not Chris Coughlin. I've had it since 2013. It's a parody Cubs account. Has like 3.5 thousand followers. Well, whenever that happened, I remember I was, a freshman in high school. I was sitting in my economics class, and I was watching the game on my phone, and I saw it happen. And it's always like, they treat me like I'm a real person on the Twitter. It's funny. And I'll have people tweeting at me and stuff. And I cannot tell you how many death threats that I got in different languages from people that were upset about that. And I literally had to have one of my Twitter followers who speaks the language that they were sending me. Where's he from? Korea?
Korea, yeah.
Yeah. That she knew Korean, and she sent me a translation that says,
I forgot about that.
I basically translated it, and it says, I'm not Chris Coleman, I'm a student. And so I would send that to them, and they would apologize, or they would say something nasty back. But I probably got 15 death threats on my Twitter account after that incident. So yeah, there's a fun story for you.
Like your handle is very clearly not Chris Coleman.
Not Chris Coleman.
Well, maybe in Korean that translates to definitely the real Chris Coleman.
Right.
Oh
yeah, that's fun memories. Fun memories.
You've angered the Korean Peninsula. Holy cow!
I have.
One thing I heard about the National League in general is there's like every team is quote unquote trying except for the Marlins. I don't know whether that's true or not, but
I think you can throw like maybe the Diamondbacks into that, but like pretty much.
Yeah, and anytime you look at projections for the National League or the National League Central, it's all everybody's close. There's only a few games separating every team, some crap like that. I have a feeling anytime they do projections like that, it's usually the opposite happens. It's probably
right. There's all the division races are sealed up by like August 1st.
Yeah.
That is how it goes usually.
Yeah. So Russell is still serving a suspension. Does he have about 30 games left or something like that?
Yeah, I think 29.
Not my shortstop.
Nope.
Yeah, it sounds like he is not a popular person. I mean, isn't that going to be weird when he comes back?
I wish he would never come back.
Yeah, we're very anti-Addison Russell, have been for a very long time.
Where's he going to play? I mean, you already have a shortstop.
Yeah, you would think because Javi Baez is incredible, but Addison Russell will play shortstop and Javi will slide back to second base.
Okay. And then,
so Rich will play
really
frustrating, probably in the outfield.
Yeah. Because we have a couple guys that can fill in at second, but they can also play outfield or wherever pretty much. And there's no one who wants Addison Russell off the Chicago Cubs more than I do. We have a segment on our podcast called the Fat Guy of the Week, and we have since changed the name to the Addison Russell Memorial Fat Guy of the Week because we've given it to him too many times.
Oh, and LeBron James.
And LeBron James, yeah. We also give it to him a lot. But that's mostly Ryan, who's not here, unfortunately. Why isn't he here? Do you know, Josh?
He didn't answer. Who knows? Ryan's funny, though. He has a great personality. I wish he would have been here. But
he's working on his Korean.
Must be. That's it.
Ian Happ, he hasn't really been able to find a position either. Where's he going to – how much playing time is he going to get?
See, I'm not a huge fan of Happ. I'll put that out there. I'm not a huge fan of Jason Hayward either. That's partially because of his contract. But I love Schwarber in left field, so I want him to stay there. I want Almora to be the starting center fielder. And then I'd rather have Happ in right field over J-Hay, in my opinion. That probably won't happen. But
yeah, probably not.
I think we will see Happ or Almora get traded at the deadline possibly. What do you think about that, Travis?
Yeah, probably. Then again, I predicted that heading into the offseason that one of those two and maybe Schwarber would be gone, but I guess I was wrong about that. Yeah, I think right now they platoon Almora and Happ a lot in center field, and I don't think that's going to last. I think you're right. One of those two guys has to be traded, preferably for a reliever, because desperately needing a reliever. Happ strikes out a lot whenever he's